Hello, and welcome to the Preparing to Launch series. This morning, I am here with Christina Stearns, who is an FRA senior in the class of 2020. She is the National Honor Society Secretary, and she is Emory bound this fall. Christina, we are so proud of you, and I am so grateful for you taking a moment to chat about all of your success and the things that you've been involved in at FRA today.
Of course.
So talk to us first about what are some of the first things that you got involved in at FRA, and are you still doing those now, or have you kind of tried some new and different things?
Some of the first things I got involved in was cheerleading and choir. So I came to FRA in fourth grade. I was young and new and didn't really know what to do. So when I entered middle school, I became a cheerleader because some of my friends suggested it. And I've always loved to sing, so I decided to join choir. And I am regretful to say that I stopped cheerleading after middle school to focus on tennis in high school, which I've been playing my whole life. But choir, I stayed in it, and it's been 8 years now. It was a really good choice. So.
Awesome. What do you love most about choir?
Probably Miss Jewel. She's the teacher, and after 8 years, she's literally been like a second mom to me. So just her being there, she's the main reason I stayed in it.
That is a good reason. Mama Jewel is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
What is an important piece of advice that you've received, Christina, at some point in your life? How does it still impact you today?
My advisor, Miss Kugler, tells us at the end of every advisory to make good choices. So this piece of advice has always resonated with me, but like I never really thought about it when she first started saying it. But now I know that when I go into college, I must like stay true to myself and always like do what's best for everyone and for what's best for me. So
Good advice. What is something that you look back on that you used to worry about a lot that maybe now doesn't seem as significant?
Probably like the whole high school dynamic, like coming in as a freshman, you always think that the senior is going to be like big and bad and like be mean to the freshmen, but like quickly you realize that this is not the case. And especially at FRA, like we always say that it's a family, and this really is true because there's no conflict ever. I'm still friends with some of the seniors, so it was really fun.
That is really fun. And I do think it's a special place. And I'm glad to hear that it was a good, easy transition for you. So of the many relationships you've established, and you've already mentioned a couple here, but what are some of the ones that are most important and that you think will stick with you the longest?
Probably the relationships that I made with the students that aren't in my grade. You always get to spend time with the fellow seniors, like at senior lunches and other events. But like the friendships that I made with one sophomore, her name is Annalise Gibbs. She was my absolute best friend. And just being able to spend time with her when I'm not with everyone else, it's just seeing that different point of view from someone younger. I just will always stick with that. I'm pretty sure we'll be friends forever, hopefully. So.
I do love that. And I think FRA is unique in that you can kind of cross lines so easily. And I think that that's a special part of this place. Can you talk about, so these have been some really good moments. Can you talk about a time that maybe you experienced something really challenging and how you worked through that? You're very successful now, so clearly it didn't hinder too much, but talk to us about some advice you have for that.
I would say probably when I was applying to college, I wanted to go to Vanderbilt University. This was my top choice since about freshman year, I think. And so, of course, I was declined. I'm going to Emory now. But like the advice that I got from my parents, all of my friends, and my teachers, like helped me and made me remember that this college obviously wasn't the right choice. And it helped me move on and decide on Emory. So.
And so now I'm going to kind of put you on the spot. What are you most excited about for Emory?
I think just going to a different state. I've always lived in Nashville, and so I'm going to Georgia and Atlanta. It's like a whole different, it's not really that different, but it's like busier, of course. It's like near the city, Emory is. So just like being in that whole new environment, I think will be interesting.
And I think it's going to be awesome for you. And I do think we talk about a lot that there's always the right call. And Emory is going to be so lucky to have you. And I think that you're going to love it there as well. What are you doing today for Discovery Day?
I am learning how to solve a Rubik's Cube. It sounds really weird, but I've always wanted to learn how to do this, and we're trying it. So it's not really.
I think that that's awesome. Have you made much progress?
Kind of.
How's the Rubik's Cube solving going?
I started trying to like learn it on my own and like not look it up because I thought like that would be cooler, but I've resorted to looking up YouTube videos on how to solve it. So
I
not
like it. Will we get to see, do you think that it's going to happen? Like, are you getting pretty close?
hopefully. Actually, I am pretty close. We'll see, but I always have to start over whenever I try it again, so
I
we'll see.
think that that's great. But I definitely am going to hold you. I want to see a photo or something of this completed Rubik's Cube.
Okay.
And maybe for even people watching, we can post it and we can put it on social media or something so we can all stay tuned to see if you make it to the end.
For sure. We'll see. I hope I do just for that.
I like it. I like it. Let's do it. We'll at least see your progress.
Yeah,
So.
definitely.
Awesome. Well, thank you for chatting with me. I am so grateful again, just for the legacy that you have left and for all of your contributions and your attitude along the way in high school. It has been a joy to watch you grow and thrive and really just lead our school. So thank you so much for chatting with me and for all that you do for the FRA community.
Of course. Thank you all too.
Mm-hmm. See ya. Proud of you, Christina. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.